Hey guys, I'm back again. Welcome to my channel. And we are going to do take 2 of the painting with my vibrant neon-y watercolors. In the last video, Paul Rubens was nice and sent me this watercolor set, which threw me for a loop. I wasn't prepared with how vibrant and neon the colors were, and I wasn't sure what to do with them. And then it just reminded me that I had a schmincke set as well that was also neon that I haven't really done anything with, and I had to be away from the internet for the past week to do some other stuff, but I'm back now with an illustration that I plan to paint. So we have this happy little guy. My target of attack is I'm going to paint the background just purple. Nothing fancy there. And then what this is these are supposed to be like succulents, which is one of my favorite things to look at are succulents. And I think that's what I'm going to make the neon. But I am going to cheat a little bit probably. I'm afraid that if I just go full-blown neon, that my scanner isn't going to be able to pick the color up. These are very, very fluorescent and vibrant, so I may have to tone it down with just your traditional watercolors, but I did figure that I could just do like the tips of the succulents and have those stand out quite a bit. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to get started by painting all of this purple, and then my succulents, we'll do that last, and then that will be much more colorful. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I know this video is supposed to be on the neon watercolors, but I did just want to show the purple that I'm using for the background is an acrylic gouache, and I'm using acrylic gouache because when I slather this with watercolor, I don't want to accidentally reactivate the background and then get my colors mixing. So acrylic gouache doesn't mix with watercolor. It stays permanently dry. Once it's dry, you can't reactivate it. But I am using the Turner Japanese-esque acrylic gouache, and if you've never seen this acrylic gouache before, I kind of like it because the Japanese-esque colors in particular are kind of really neat colors. They're just unique. This is kind of like a really dark matte purple, which I really enjoy. However, these gouaches, plural of gouache, are really cool consistency. I don't think you can see it in the palette itself, but it's very grainy. And when it goes onto the paper, it does kind of leave streaks. It's a little bit streaky. It can look chalky, and the pigment chunks are just so huge. So it's just the Japanese-esque colors that are there that way. Turner does make your traditional gouache colors too, your red, green, blue, pinks and stuff. This is just the Japanese-esque ones that tend to be kind of chalky, which is fine because I still enjoy them anyway. And when I do scan this in the computer later, I'm going to edit out the chalkiness. But I just thought I would show that. It's kind of cool and just something different. So it's actually been quite a few days. I haven't been able to paint recently because I've had to do other things in real life. And now it's officially August, so we're in the middle of Dogust. So I've been doing the Dogust, dog prompts of August on Twitter. So I'm working on that, and then I have another project that I'm also doing, but I'm not working today. So we're gonna go back to this piece. And so what my plan is I'm going to use my neon watercolors, and I have some references here of like very vibrant looking succulents. And we're going to try to get a similar vibe with these succulents here that I have drawn. I am going to not fully use the neon colors. I'm going to use my traditional pastel palette that I normally use as well to try and tone them down a little bit, but we're also going to try to use the neon colors at the same time. I don't really have much of a plan. I think I'm just gonna try and just start loading colors down and see what happens. I'm using just small amounts of these watercolors because I don't really want to put them in a palette all of their own, because I don't think I'd use them that often. So I pulled out my schmincke neon ones as well on top of the Paul Rubens ones, and I'm just at this moment just kind of splattering colors on there. I think what makes succulents kind of really look like succulents is they just kind of look like a little balloon shape. All the petals are very, very round, and lots of the vibrant colors are on the tips of like the petals of the succulents. So that's kind of what I'm trying to focus on. What I'm trying to do is I want to keep like shading in like the creases of the petals, but simultaneously I want to keep like hot pink like on the tips. I'm kind of going around doing that with the other ones too. I'm trying to add in shading while also simultaneously keeping some sort of a like a brighter color on the tips to bring it more color. This isn't quite as vibrant as I was actually expecting it to be. So, but I am losing like some definition in my original like sketch. I'm losing the sketch. It's hiding underneath the paint. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint in that coyote. Ignore my nails, they're falling off. But I'm going to paint in my coyote for now, and then I'll probably go back in and start doing some outlines to try and regain that lost shape. And then we'll go back in and we'll add in more details from there. Hey guys, I'm feeling a little bit under the weather today. I'm not feeling very good, but I've been working on this painting again. It's been several days since the last time I updated because I just haven't had time to work on him. But I've got my dog friend a little bit colored in here, and I'm just adding in some white of his fur. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start highlighting him like I usually do, and then we'll go in after that and start refining the details until we get what we like and we're happy with it. I apologize. I'm battling ailments and trying to paint at the same time, which is not a very good combination, but I don't have anything better to do. So pardon my filming. So I'm right now regretting the use of orange because apparently I don't know how to color with orange. I'm trying to fix just some I don't know, flower anatomy, I suppose. I don't particularly enjoy drawing flowers or flower-like objects. These are not supposed to be flowers. They're supposed to be like you know, the succulents or whatever. And I just don't particularly enjoy doing foliage, so I kind of like half-assed it. And now I'm regretting my choices. So I'm trying to fix the overall like perspective and stuff of them, and then how do I plan on filling them in. So I've had to go back and do a lot of like highlighting and erasing and highlighting and erasing and backtracking to try to fix what it is that I'm doing. But we're getting there. Every time I think that I've ruined it, it's turns out it's not too bad. It's just taking me a few days to recuperate and actually get like the urge to actually feel like drawing. Again, yet another day, and I'm staring at the same illustration. I actually think my little like succulents, maybe they don't actually look like succulents, but they don't look as bad as I thought that they might look. A little bit wink wonky, but otherwise not horrible. I don't think I broke them, but now my dog is looking a little bland. I'm thinking I may go in and try and add some sort of different color shadow just to bring in something to him, because he looks a little boring compared to the vibrant flowers. And then I've got some small touch-ups that I need to do, but that's where I'm at right now. I'm currently debating if I should outline this in white Posca pen. I don't know. The thing with outlining it in white is it makes it kind of easier to photo edit it afterwards, but I also kind of do just like the regular purple. This might be a mistake. I think we're just going to do it in a small section, and if I don't like it, I'll paint back over it with purple. I've got places I need to paint back over with purple anyway where the watercolor was, and I still need to redo his eyeball. But otherwise, yeah, let's try and do that. Okay, I decided against highlighting the whole thing. I was like, nah, it's too much. But I think I'm just tired of working on this. I think I'm done. It's not exactly what I wanted, and I'm not entirely happy, but I feel like I'm at the point where I'm just making things worse and not better. I've also made like this horrible mess everywhere. So I'm going to take this over to my iPad, get this scanned in, and I'm just going to photo edit this. Here the video is going to be a little bit dark because I'm going to pull out my iPad. Whoa. Okay. So I got this scanned in to the computer, and you can see that I have that big old crease in the middle. So luckily I just did everything with a plain purple background, so that's easy to get rid of. So the first thing that I usually like to do is I like to duplicate my original layer. This is the basic art piece straight from the scanner, and then I like to crop out my figures and then create a new layer, and we'll just purplify the background and we'll cut the figure out. So now he's got a digital background and he's all cut out, and now I can start going in and making my edits to erase this crease and then do some other like blemish cleanup until I'm satisfied. And then this is what I end up with when I'm done. Take that layer away. So we got some digital whiskers. I had to fix some of the well, I want to call them flowers, but they're supposed to be succulents. And you can see as well that I was afraid in the original that the fluorescent colors were not going to show up in the scanner, and I was pretty much correct. You probably can't tell on here, but like the orange is no longer fluorescent orange. It is like a pale yellow, but that's okay. I mean, naturally I'm drawn to pastel colors anyway. It is pretty vibrant in my sketchbook for what it's worth. But all in all, this is going to be the final image that I'm going to upload to my Instagram. So I don't know, that probably wasn't what people were maybe expecting when I said I was going to use like the neon watercolors. But I mean, I did use them. It was a challenge. So thank you again to Paul Rubens for sending that to me. I appreciate it. That was definitely something outside my realm of comfort. Lots of color scares me, I guess. I'm much more, like I said, drawn to the muted colors, but I did enjoy using the supplies. I'm happy that I got to use them, and I'm happy that they got sent to me. But y'all can see my final drawing on my Instagram when I get him colored in. All right, thank you guys. Thank y'all for watching.